Thank you, everybody, for joining here. PHHS Channel 6, Game 3 of this Crosstown Rival Series between your Huskies and Big Reds. We're able to get power finally after the first out. What we did miss, still top of the first, only one out. Luke Scahill, his leadoff attempt was a pop fly to left field, and that is the first out of the inning so far. Currently a 2-1 on Doan, and he takes one low and away for 3-1. Both of these games have been really, really intense in the final innings. Some really good pitching going on here in the first two games as Doan gets walked. That'll bring up Brett Manis. Manis with a stellar pitching game yesterday. 7 innings, 2 earned runs. Complete game win for Brett Manis. Didn't give up the last 2 runs till the top of the 7th inning. And the Huskies would eventually win it in the bottom of the 7th. That one's in there for a strike. That'll make it 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Pop fly into right field. Page on his horse, going to try and get there in foul territory. Not going to have enough time. This is Ryan Page. Probably about a good 10 feet away from that one. Wind just carried it away from him. So it'll be a long strike. 0-2 the count to Manis. Good size lead off first. Here's the 0-2. Oh, no. Wanted to check him back over to first, and he did. Tony Fayed pitching today for, or actually they're calling it a balk now, and Doan's going to go to second base. Free bag there, a runner in scoring position here, top of the first for Brett Manis.
There's 2 power switches on the camera. One on the front part and one on the back part. And if everything's on, then it should light up and show you numbers on the screen. Then there's switches. There's a panel on the side.
All right, so now play will resume here after the conversation. It sets. Here's the delivery. Swinging a drive to center field. It's going to be in the gap, but they'll be able to cut it off. Center fielder right there, Brett Wagner. Good job to cut the angle on that line drive. That'll bring up Dallas Chacon, the left-handed hitter. Chacon, game 1 of this series. Absolutely stellar. Game 2, bat went to sleep a little bit, but he did get walked twice, so he still gets on base. Nevertheless. But yeah, all 3 Husky runs in game 1 came off the bat of Dallas Chacon as he hits one to second. Should be an easy play over to first for Hudson for the 3rd out, and that'll do it here for the top of the first. I'm DJ Palm, CPHS Channel 6. Be back with the bottom of the first in just a minute. Back here with Channel 6 coverage of rivalry baseball action. 2-0 the count right now to Ryan Page, leadoff hitter. In this bottom of the first. That pitch in there for a strike, so the first strike to Page will be 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Tremble on the mound today for the Huskies. Swinging a drive from Page, going to bloop down to center field, just out of the reach of Austin Howard there at second base. Just went over his gloves, and Page, leadoff man, is aboard here in the top of the first. This kid, these last 2 games, Ryan Page, number 11, had some clutch hits. Both of his hits have been at his last at bat in the games, and the at bat has either tied or got the go-ahead run. And he's got to get back here on a pickoff attempt. He'll get his fingertips there just in time. The leadoff man is aboard here for Port Huron. Trimble sets, throws. And that's going to be in there for a strike, so 0-2 very quickly for Jason Leroux. Page with a decent leadoff first. Leroux, blooper into the infield. That's going to be an easy play for Howard. Page will have to tag, and we got one away. Boy, that wind is really blowing in from the right field fence. It is blowing straight at the people behind the backstop. It's always, I don't know, EJ, you notice these 3 games, it's a nice day outside until the game starts and the wind and stuff picks up. It's been that way all series. Page going to second. Throw attempt's going to go almost into center field. Good backup job there by Howard. Keeping Page at second. So, 1 for 1 and a stolen base on Ryan Page's day. That's pretty good for getting started. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 2. 0-2 the count now on Raven Randall. 1 out here in the top of the first, or bottom of the first, rather. Here's the pitch from Trimble, high and outside for ball 1. One and 2, Trimble sets, and he's going to check Page back to second. Page with a good leadoff second. Trimble delivers, swing and a miss, strike 3 to Raven Randall, and there's going to be 2 away. That'll bring in the catcher, Pat Yale. Or correction, I'm sorry, they got Yale in left field today. Or no, no, I'm looking at the wrong number. Yes, catcher, Pat Yale. I was right the first time. Time is called as we clean home plate. Yale will go ahead and dig back in again. Trimble will look at Page's second, not a big lead. Here's delivery. In there for strike 1. Nick Trimble. Swing and a grounder to third. Over to Chacon for the outs. So, 1 man left on, no errors, no runs. And that will bring us to the top of the second. It'll be Trimble, Rabb, and Cohen when we come back here on CPHS Channel 6. I'm DJ Paul. Nothing. Back here, CPHS Channel 6, I'm DJ Paul. We're here in the top of the second inning. Nick Trimble at the plate. The pitcher will take ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swinging a drive to left field. Is it going to stay fair? It will. Trimble rounding first, and he'll be in easily with a single. To lead off the second inning, the pitcher, Nick Trimble, helping out his own cause. It's going to bring up Isaac Rabb. First pitch in there to Rabb, strike one. Hudson waiting for the pickoff attempt at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a grounder just underneath the glove of Fayed. Got to go one, and the throw's not going to even come, nor would it have been in time. And that'll go down as an infield hit for Isaac Rabb. That'll bring up Zach Cohen, catcher. Two ducks out on the pond for Cohen. Still no score here, top of the second. Cohen shows bunt, and that's going to foul back into some seats. One strike is the count to Cohen. Fayed winds. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt. Cohen, really good one. Laid down right down the third base line. Will it roll foul? And the call is foul ball. So now two strikes. Huskies with nobody out, looking for the sacrifice bunt. Get two runners in scoring position. Cohen got to be careful here if he's bunting. He's got to lay down a fair one. Shows bunt again. Lays it in fair territory. Going to go to one, but nobody there in time, and the Huskies have nobody out and the bases loaded. Bit of miscommunication there with the bunt. Two strikes. Real gutsy effort there from Zach Cohen to run out that bunt attempt. Now bases are loaded. Here's the pitch. High and outside, ball one. Bases loaded, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back out of play. Peyton Sheeman at the plate. 1-1 count on him. Bases loaded. Big opportunity here to pull away early. Grounder. Gonna go to short, looking to turn two, but he bobbled it too long and a run will score. So Huskies still with the bases loaded. It's a 1-0 game, and that's going to bring up Austin Howard. Still nobody out here. Top of the second. First pitch high and outside for ball one. Top of the order after Howard. Scahill on deck with Doan in the hole. 1-0 pitch, here it is. Pop fly over the PH dugout, not a play. Bit of an overcast day here today. Sun was out early this afternoon about 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then it just disappeared. Of course, the baseball gods know when the game was starting, so they brought the clouds as Howard gets a hold of one to center field and not going to catch it. It's going to be dropped. 2 runs will score, or correction, only 1. So 2-0 now off the RBI single from Austin Howard. That scores Nick Trimble. Correction, I'm sorry, Isaac Rabb. And I believe we're going to have a conversation, or the conversation ended. I saw Pat Yale walking back, and then I saw somebody else behind the plate. Two nothing here, top of the second. Scahill gets a hold of one. That's going to go right through the gap into right field. Page is going to have to hurry, and he does. Cutoff man's the pitcher, but the Huskies will manufacture another run. 3-0 now. Still nobody out. Top of the second. Bases still loaded. That'll bring up Brandon Doan. As soon as we get done with this conference here at the mound. Doan walked his first time up. So here's the series of events here. It's been 6 straight hits for the Huskies. Trimble got on with single to left. Isaac Rabb with a single to center. Zach Cohen was supposed to be a sacrifice bunt. He ended up safe at first, so it'll go down as an infield hit. And then Peyton Sheeman again, another infield hit. Double play ball that was bobbled. And then Howard singles. That one gets caught. Can they turn 2? No. But a good play there from Raven Randall off the line drive to at least get 1 here in his top of the second and try and clot this bleed a little bit. That'll bring up Brett Manis. Manis 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch. Low and away for ball 1. Oh, they did call it a strike. Okay, I didn't see the hand signal from the umpire. 0-1 the count to Manis. Here's the pitch. Swinging a drive right center. Page is under it, and he's going to have to get on his horse. Here's the throw home. Will it be in time to Yale? No, he's safe. Well, the Big Reds get a second out, but have to sacrifice another run. It is 4-0 Huskies. Runners now at the corners. That'll bring up Dallas Chacon. Four nothing here, top of the second, 2 outs. Getting back is Luke Scahill. Pickoff attempt from Fayed, Fayed rather. Real frustrating second inning for him, but he only needs to get 1 more out here to keep it close. Still plenty of baseball left here to play. Pitch, Chacon right back at the pitcher, and this should be an easy play over to Hudson, and Fayette, helping out his own cause, gets the third out and stops the bleeding. A 4-run Husky second inning, and that'll do it. PH, their turn to bat here in the bottom half. We'll be back in just a moment. Back here, CPHS coverage, Channel 6 here, bottom of the second. PH has turned to bat here. Bruce Hudson at the plate. Currently facing a 1-2 account. Here's a pitch from Tremble. And he has him chasing high. Tremble with his second strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Dallas Mitchell. First pitch of the at-bat right down the middle. Here's the 0-1. Pop fly in the infield. This should be a can of corn. And it is. Austin Howard, the easy catch. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the second. It's going to bring up Brett Wagner. Wagner yesterday in that really good display of pitching from both Manis and Wagner. No runs scored until the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of 6, top of 7, and bottom of 7 were the only times any runs were scored. As that one popped into the infield, should be an easy catch, and it is. So that'll do it. Big Reds go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the second. Still 4-0 Huskies. We'll see you back here on CPHS 6. Back here, Channel 6 coverage with Big Reds Husky baseball. Here in the top of the third. Fayette almost had Tremble chasing one. But Tremble, good job of checking a swing, 1-0. And that pitch in there for strike one. That'll even the count. 1-2. That's a shot. It's going to be in right field foul. That'll be a long strike. One and two, the count to the pitcher, Tremble. Fayette looking to sit him down. And it's going to be a hit right to Raven Randall. Good scoop over to first for Hudson. Good play. 1 out. Fly out there for Tremble. That'll bring up Isaac Rabb. He's 1 for 1. RBI and a run scored. He'll look at ball one. That one's foul out of play. Oh, and that hit a car. Didn't hear any glass, EJ. That was all body. That was all somebody's corner panel that's completely dented now. Oh, glad I parked farther away. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Rab now got to protect the plate. Here's the pitch, and that's in the dirt. That'll even the count at 2. 1 out here, top of the third, 4-0 Huskies. Huskies finally answering the bell when they have bases loaded. Game 1, not that way at all, as that one's chopped foul. Huskies in game 1, bases loaded 3 times, could not score. And that prompted a 4-3 comeback in the bottom of the 6th for the Big Reds as they took game 1. Game 2, on a throwing error with the bases loaded, Huskies finally were able to manufacture 2 runs with the bases loaded as Rab swings at strike 3 for the 2nd out of the inning. So 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th for the Huskies yesterday. Top of 7. Throwing error had the first run scored for PH with a runner on second. Ryan Page, the leadoff batter, drove a shot way over Brandon Doan's head into left field to tie the game. The Big Reds would make their own errors in the top of the 7th, scoring Austin Howard for the game-winning run. The walk-off single from Luke Scahill is what ended it yesterday. 1-0 the count to Cohen as he dings one. That'll bloop. And a good play there from the second baseman to backtrack and catch the ball for the 3rd out. That was number 2, Tony Flores. Nice job there. That'll do it here for the top of the 3rd. We'll go into the bottom half. Still 4-0 Huskies. I'm DJ Palm, CPHS Channel 6. See you in a little while. Back here now, bottom half of the 3rd. That ball chopped over to 3rd. And it looks like that was a foul ball from Tony Flores. So 0-1 to him. We're just underway here in this bottom of the 3rd. PH down 4-0. Could have been a lot worse. 1-1 the count. Now to Flores. He gets a hold of one. That's going to be popped up to Chacon, the first baseman. And he'll handle it for the 1st out of the inning. A lot of ground balls being hit today. Both teams. That'll bring in D'Angelo Sanderson in the 9th slot. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Here's the pitch from Trimble. Foul tipped. And that'll be strike 2. So very early here in the at-bat, Sanderson in an 0-2 hole. They're with 1 out. They're down 4 runs. Here's the 0-2 from Trimble. Right in the middle, strike 3. Got him looking. That'll bring up Ryan Page, the right fielder. 1 for 1 today with a single. He has the only Big Red hit so far of the game. Swings at the first pitch, and there's going to be a grounder to second. Should be an easy play to Howard over for Dallas, and he gets him just by a step. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd. Big Reds go down 1-2-3. Still a 4-0 Husky lead. I'm DJ Palm with Channel 6. See you back here in a little while. Chopper back to the pitcher as we come back here for CPHS 6. One pitch, one out. That'll bring up Austin Howard, the second baseman. First pitch in there, strike. Howard now called strike 2 on that last pitch. 0-2 the count now to him. 1 out. Here in the top of the 4th. Still 4-0 Huskies. That one right back to Tony Fayette again. Easy throw over to Hudson. Very quickly, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 4th. It's going to bring up the top of the order in Luke Scahill. Luke Scahill 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Game-winning, or walk-off, I should say, walk-off single that scored Austin Howard yesterday to even this series back at 1 apiece. Today being the rubber game. Whoever wins today wins the series. And that one called strike 2, so Scahill trying to check his swing, but it was over the plate anyway, so 2 strikes to Scahill and 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Could be a real quick outing for Fayette here. Can he get out of the jam? Missed the inside corner. That'll be ball 1. Fayette sets. Here's the delivery. Low and inside for 2-2. Here's the 2-2. In there for strike 3. Got him looking, and Fayette puts him down 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th. We'll be back for the bottom half of the inning. Still 4-0 Huskies. See you guys in a little while. Back here, Channel 6 coverage, Husky Big Red Baseball. First pitch to LaRoe is low and away for ball 1. LaRoe 0 for 1 today. Tries to go 1 for 2, and that's a shot to center field. And that'll be a can of corn for Brett Manis. Correction, I'm sorry, Luke Scahill. That'll bring up Raven Randall. Randall 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. There's the 1-0 from Trimble. Foul tip to the Big Red dugout. Here's the 1-1. Low and away, ball 2. 2-1. In the dirt, ball 3. Is the wind now really picking up its wrath here from right field toward home plate. That pitch in there for a strike. Full count. Here's a pitch. Swing and a chopper over to short, over to Chacon for the play at first, and there'll be 2 away. That'll bring up the catcher, Pat Yale. Yale for 1 on his first attempt. Ground out to second. Here's the first pitch to Yale. High and outside for ball 1. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1. That'll even the count. Big Reds really seem to be struggling getting their bats going early, but it doesn't matter how much they struggle early. They've been manufacturing runs when it counts. 6 and 7 inning. They've had 6 runs in the 6th inning the last 2 games. So Yale takes that high and inside. That'll bring the count to 3-1. Here's the 3-1. Pop fly in the infield. Wynn's going to get a hold of that. Should be an easy play for Chacon. And it is! That was a bit of a... Could have been a scary play there. Peyton Sheeman able to duck out of the way and let Chacon get that 3rd out of the inning. So that'll do it for the 4th. We'll go into the 5th. Huskies up 4-0. We'll see you back here at CPHS Channel 6. I'm DJ Palm. See you in a while. Back here, top of the 5th. First pitch to Doan. In there for strike 1. It has been lights out since the 2nd inning. He has not allowed any runs to score since then. But still, pretty wide gap at 4 here, and we're getting close to crunch time here. Top of the 5th. Count even at 1. Here's the delivery from Fayette. High and outside for ball 2. Doan 0 for 1 with a walk. Here's the 2-1 in the dirt. That'll make it 3-1. Doan's got a little bit of leeway here. Here's the 3-1 from Fayette. In there for strike 2, so the count will be full. Doan, Manis, Chacon in the hole. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. Doan will walk again. That'll be his 2nd walk today. That'll bring up Brett Manis. 0 for 1 with a sac fly RBI. He's got a duck out in the pond there at first. First pitch in there, strike 1. Scahill getting the signal from 3rd base coach Larry Rollins. Doan's taken off. Throw from Yale down to 2nd, not going to be in time. So Doan trying to help his team widen this gap here, get some more insurance with a stolen base. Manis now. Chopper to short. And it'll be bobbled, and Manis will reach first base safely. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Dallas Chacon, the first baseman. Chacon 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. We'll take ball 1. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Doan the runner at second. Manis over at first, and Dallas Chacon will take strike 1. Doan with a really good lead off second. Chacon rips one, gonna get through the gap into right field. Page might have to hurry a throw home. He may have to. And not gonna be in time as another run scores, and that's Brandon Doan. So Chacon, his 4th RBI in his 3rd game, as he singles to right. That'll bring up Nick Tremble as he swings at strike 1. And Tremble gonna have a coach or a conversation with Coach Rollins over there along the 3rd baseline. Might be telling him to bunt here, move some players over. You got nobody out. You could sacrifice, and it's not like the Big Reds have been handling the ball good in the infield all day anyway. He gives him the green light, and Yale fumbles the ball behind the plate, and Doan will get into 3rd base easily, and so will Chacon into 2nd. So double steal that time. Now a hit here can score 2 runs. Here's the 1-1. Couldn't get Tremble to chase. Two and 1 to count now to pitcher Tremble. 5-0 Huskies now. After the RBI single from Chacon scored Doan. There's that ball there in the dirt. That'll be 3-1. And I think if you're head coach Kyle Shepard, you let him finish this at bat, and that might be the end of Tony Fayette's day. We'll see what happens. Here's the 3-1. Popped over to the northern dugout, and that's going to be a souvenir for a few spectators. That'll put the count full. Nobody out here. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Manis the runner on 3rd. Chacon the runner at 2nd. And that'll be fouled back. Will it stay in play? Not very long. As Gale ran out of room. Here's the 3-2. Got him on the outside corner. Strike 3 for out number 1. Well, that'll probably have Coach Shepard give Fayette a little bit more slack, see if he can't get out of this inning himself. That'll bring up Isaac Rabb. He'll swing at strike 1. Brad 1 for 2 today with an RBI and a run scored. Good to see him getting on the stat sheet. He just struggled a bit first 2 games trying to hit the ball. He definitely has not been a problem today as he gets a hold of one to the pitcher. Be an easy play for Fayette. Hudson's got to go home. Tag and Yale, no, safe. Tag not in time. As Yale, I think, was just a little bit far up that first base line. Had he been about 3 steps back, he'd had a tag in time. But nevertheless, Manis scores, and it's a 6-0 Husky lead. That'll bring up the catcher, Zach Cohen. Cohen with an infield hit back in the 4th. Correction, I'm sorry, back in the 2nd. He has an RBI and a run scored. He takes strike 1. That'll even the count. Yeah, we got time called on the field. And it looks like they're going to pinch run. For Dallas Chacon. Chris Bonnick out there, the pinch runner at second. Here's the 1-1 to Cone. Pop fly into the infield. Should be a can of corn for Raven Randall. Got to track it. Wind kind of took it, but he adjusted nicely and makes the 3rd out of the inning. So the Huskies, they get 2 more here in the top of the 5th. We'll be back here with the bottom half. 6-0 Huskies. I'm DJ Palm for Channel 6. See you guys in a minute. Back here, Channel 6 coverage, the Huskies, Big Reds. Hudson swings at the first pitch, strike 1. Big Reds now only 2 more times with an at-bat after this. They need to manufacture some runs. They are down 6-0, and Hudson swings, fouls it to the backstop. 0-2 now early in the count. The 0-2. Outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-2. Chopper down the first baseline, foul. And I think somebody might have to go get that. I would get it, but I'm on the wrong side of the fence, and I'm not hopping it. Not a chance. Sorry, EJ. The 1-2. Pop fly again. Not sure if he has any room, and he won't. So Hudson hanging in there, 1-2, knowing his team needs him to get on base. Hudson at bat right now. Mitchell on deck. Wagner in the hole. Slow roller over to Chacon. Tremble going to get to first and cover in time for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Dallas Mitchell. Mitchell 0 for 1 so far on the day. Swings at the first pitch, slow roller to Tremble. Should be an easy play over to Chacon. And 2 up, 2 down for the Big Reds. Really need to see the bats come alive right now. It's going to bring up Brett Wagner. Here's the pitch. In there for strike one. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a drive to right field. Ramo on his horse and he'll grab it, and that'll do it. Or correction, Manis. As he covers some ground, makes the third out of the inning. Big Reds go down 1-2-3. We'll go into the sixth. Huskies up 6-0. I'm DJ Palm. See you back here, Channel 6, in just a second. Back here, CPHS Channel 6. DJ Palm bringing you Husky Big Red baseball here at Big Red Field, right behind Memorial Stadium. First pitch in there for a strike. That one pop fly into the infield. Flores under it, and he'll handle it easily. And that'll be the first out. Peyton Sheeman. That'll bring up Austin Howard. He swings first pitch. Pop fly over the fence. Raven Randall trying to get there and runs out of room. Austin Howard. 1 for 2 today with an RBI as he swings at strike 2. Howard in the box right now. Scahill on deck. And Doan in the hole. Doan with a real good game today. 2 walks, 0 for 1, but a stolen base and a run scored. It's good to see him contributing. Here's the 0-2 from Fayette. Pop fly, that's going to go foul. Over by the batting cage. Howard digs back in. Fayette winds. Here's the pitch. Chopper over to second. Should be an easy play for Flores. Over to Hudson. That'll be out number 2. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Luke Scahill. Scahill 1 for 3 today with an RBI. As he'll see his first pitch of the at-bat in the dirt, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 in the dirt again, ball 2. Here's the 2-0. 3-0 the count now to Scahill. As I'm sure Coach Rollins around there is giving him the red light. Go ahead and take one if it's over the middle. The 3-0. And in there for strike 1. 2 up, 2 down here for the Huskies in the top of the 6th. A 6-0 Husky lead. Big Reds with only 2 at-bats left as that one's in there for strike 2. Now the count is full. Full count, 2 outs. Here's a pitch to Scahill. In there for strike 3, and Fayhead puts him down 1-2-3 We'll go into the bottom of the 6th. Huskies need some runs, and they need them now. Or correction, the Big Reds need some runs and need them now. 6-0 Huskies. We're going into the bottom half of the 6th. I'm DJ Paul. See you in a little while. Back here, CPHS 6, bottom of the 6th inning. Big Reds down to the last 6 out, and they need some runs. Is that Tremble, that gets by the third baseman over there. And leadoff man is aboard for the Big Reds. Tony Flores. First pitch single. That's only the second hit given up today by Tremble. There's the Big Reds, let alone trying to get runs in. They've had a hard time getting hits. As Sanderson, he'll send one. Husky's going to try and turn 2, and it won't. It'll roll to the roll. Sanderson is on his way to second. Flores will be out at second, but ball rolled to the fence. And Sanderson will get a free bag on the throwing error from Isaac Rabb. That'll bring the top of the order in Ryan Page. Page 1 for 2 today with a single back in the top of the 1st. Shows bunt. And that goes off the bat into the glove. There's Zach Cohen. 1 strike to Page. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Tremble now has arguably got the Big Reds' most clutch hitter the last 2 games. Down in the count early 0-2 with 1 out. The 0-2. Popped into the infield. Not sure if anybody's going to have room. And Cohen takes a look and says, see you later. So Page hanging in there. I mean, you may not eat all 6 runs right now, but you need to get a nice chunk of them back if you're going to have any chance in the 7th. Sanderson at second, the runner. Page will take that high, ball 1. One and 2 the count to Page, 1 out. Sanderson, runner at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a drive to center field. Will it get down into the gap? It will. Sanderson rounding third. He will score. Page on his horse to second. He'll have to slide, and he's in. Ryan Page. And once again, another 6th inning run for the Big Reds as Ryan Page's RBI double puts him on the board. That'll go down as an unearned run. So Tremble's ERA still stays at 0 for the game. But Page, nevertheless, RBI double. Nope, or 1 out here in the 6th. That brings up Jason LaRoe. Tough day over there at shortstop for LaRoe today. Man, would he love a hit right here. 0-1 the count to him. Page gets checked back to second. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a drive. That is going to drop down again. Page, can he get home? No, he's going to get the stop sign. And that's going to allow LaRoe to get a double. So Jason LaRoe, after what's been a struggle defensively, comes through with the bat. And PH now putting on the rally caps as they have 4 straight hits. Or 3 straight hits. That one's a fly ball back over towards me along the first baseline out of play. That's a long strike, 0-1. Raven Randall at the plate now. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. 2 ducks on the pound here for him now, and that's a shot. Right field, Manis will get over his head. It will. Page will score. LaRoe will score from second. Randall was in there with a double, and it is 6-3 Big Reds. Raven Randall with his first hit of the game. And man, did it come through in the clutch. Now you got a gap that's a lot more manageable. If this happens to go to the 7th inning. The bottom half, anyway. That'll bring up the catcher, Pat Yale. Yale 0 for 2 today with a duck out there in the pond. It's Randall, the base runner at second. First pitch in there on the outside corner, first strike. Here's the 0-1. Popped foul out of play over to some cars. Luckily an insurance claim for nobody. One out here, bottom of the 6th. Big Reds get 3 back and cut the deficit in half. It was 6-0 Huskies to start the inning. It is now 6-3. An RBI double from Page, a double from LaRoe. And a 2-run RBI double for Raven Randall. Sixth inning seems to be the inning for the Big Reds. As that is high, and that'll even the count at 2. Here's the 2-2. Pop flying back towards some cars. Ooh, that might be damage. No. I'm sorry. It's so risky to park your car behind this backstop as a lot of them have come real close. EJ's smart. He parks his truck over by the stadium. And Yale calls time. Here as he gets settled in. No, this is a big at-bat here. Raven Randall, the runner at second. Tremble running into some trouble here in the 6th inning as he tries to pick off Randall, and a good scoop there from Austin Howard as that didn't roll into center field. Fouled away Yale. And Pat Yale hanging in there. Big Reds finally making Trumbull get up there in the pitch count for an inning. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt, and he'll work it full. After being down 0-2 early, Patty Yale got the rally started in game 1. In the bottom of the 6th inning, same inning we're in now. See if he can do it again and knock one into the outfield. Here's the full count pitch. Drives one over to Chacon. Yale on his horse trying to hustle, won't get there in time, but it'll move Randall over to third with 2 outs. That'll bring up Bruce Hudson. Hudson 0 for 2 today. Strike out in the second and a ground out in the fourth. Here's the pitch. High and away, ball one. Ground out in the fifth, excuse me. Here's the 1-0. Hudson, big cut. He swings at strike one. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a drive to right field. Manis will cut it off, but Raven Randall will score easily. No, he won't. They get the throw in time from right field. Brett Manis, good arm over to Chacon, so that run will not count. As that was a really strange out to see at first base. But the Big Reds cut the deficit in half. It's 6-3. We're going to go into the seventh. Huskies might want a little bit more insurance. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS 6. Seventh inning. It'll be here in just a sec. Back here at Channel 6. Huskies and Big Reds baseball, and it is getting exciting. We are in the seventh. As it's Doan showing bunt. That'll foul to the backstop, so strike one for Doan. In case you're just joining us, Big Reds have had a 6-0 lead since the fifth, and then the Big Reds, their favorite inning, the bottom of the sixth, they manufacture 3 and cut the lead in half. It's only a 3-run Husky lead now. As Doan takes one low for ball one. Doan 0 for 1, 2 walks, a stolen base, and a run scored. Real solid game today. Here's the 1-1 to him. A little bit outside for ball two. Manis on deck, Chacon in the hole. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a drive to left field. That's going to land, and that's going to be a single for Doan. As he knocks up his batting average today. That'll bring up Brett Manis. 1 for 2, the single and a sac fly RBI. Chacon on deck, Trimble, the pitcher in the hole. Here's the pitch. In there for strike one. Wilson now the pitcher. Fayad's day is done as a pickoff attempt for Doan. He gets back in time. Oh, and 1 the count to Manis. Doan taken off, hit and run called, but that's going to be a double play as it's caught out in center field over to Hudson, and he'll touch the bag. And 2 quick outs there for the Big Reds. As they turn 2 in center field. Really good play there from Brett Wagner. Not really sure what's going on, what the call is. It was a balk? Okay, so never mind. We have a balk. Doan's going to get a free bag to second, and Manis is going to get a chance to do it all over again with 1 strike. Thank you for that bit of information, Mr. Tom Manis, first base coach. Manis, he'll get one, hold of one again. That's going to go all the way to the fence in left center. Manis on his horse. He's going to round second, go to third. Doan will score. Manis in there safe as he keeps a hand on third base. An RBI triple for Brett Manis with nobody out. That'll bring in Dallas Chacon. Wilson steps off the mound, checks Manis back over at third. 7-3 Huskies now. Pitch to Chacon, grounder to second. That goes right under the glove of Flores and into right field to Page. And Manis will score and make it 8-3. Nobody out here in the 7th. Chacon, another RBI single. Two for 4 with 2 RBIs. And a stolen base for Dallas Chacon. That's been his day. That'll bring up the pitcher, Nick Trimble. High and outside for ball 1. Trimble 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. Chacon with a small lead off of first. Here's the 1-0 to Trimble, swing and a miss. And that'll even the count. Chacon over to first, back over to first on the pickoff attempt. And had it not been for that balk, this would still be a 6-3 game. Huskies with 2 more insurance runs in the 7th, but the way PH has been hitting the ball in late innings, I don't think you can have enough runs if you're head coach Bob Kern. Trimble swings at 1. That's going to even the count at 2 as that's fouled away. Here's the pitch. Trimble check swing, but fouled. So he'll stay alive, 2-2. Still nobody out here in the 7th on the balked ball. It was cut off nicely by Brett Wagner in center field, over to first to Hudson for what was thought to be the second out. But Wilson, the pitcher, had balked, and that allowed Doan to go to second. Manis hit a bomb to left field as Trimble strikes out there. That'll bring up Isaac Rabb, the shortstop. Rabb 1 for 3 today with 2 RBIs. Looks like we're going to get a new pitcher here for the Big Reds. Chapman. So he'll warm up. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back as soon as we get play resumed. I'm DJ Palm, CPHS 6. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back now, CPHS Channel 6. Had it breaking the action for a pitching change. Chapman now on the mound for the Big Reds. And first pitch is a strike right in there to Isaac Rabb. Here's the 0-1. In there for strike 2 from Chapman. Top of the 7th, 8-3 Husky lead. Husky bats have come alive today for sure. Oh, and he beamed him right in the back, and Isaac Rabb's going to get a free bag. Oh, and that's got to be frustrating if you're Chapman. 0-2 count, and you beat him. That'll bring up the catcher, Zach Cohen. Cohen 1 for 2 today. RBI single and a run scored. Takes ball 1 low and inside. Chacon the runner on second. Rab the runner on first. And a 1-0 count to Zach Cohn. Here's the pitch. High. 2-0. The 2-0. Low and inside for ball 3, and Bruce Hudson, nice job to snag that one. If he didn't, it might have rolled all the way down the line. As Yale trying to catch Rab sleeping over there, first base. Count is 3-0 to Zach Cohen. Chapman sets. Here's the delivery. Ball 4 in the dirt. Good block from Yale. And the Huskies now with the bases loaded. It's going to bring up Peyton Sheeman. Sheeman 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored back in the 4th. First pitch a little bit inside for ball 1. In there for strike 1. And that'll even the count for Peyton Sheeman. Here's the 1-1. In there for strike 2. So Chapman. Trying to keep the Huskies at bay as they've got the bases loaded right now. The 1-2. High and outside, and that'll even the count. Wind's died down a little bit, but it's still breezy coming from the right field area. Right field foul pole, I'll say. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. First base is occupied. I believe that's going to be strike 3. They haven't marked on the board that that was strike 2 before the pitch. Unless he fouled it off. I didn't hear the foul ball call. So 2-2 to Sheeman still. Is he still alive? Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Sheeman goes down on strikes, and that'll be the second out. That'll bring up Austin Howard. Austin Howard 1 for 2 today with an RBI. He's got the bases loaded right now. Looking to knock in a couple more runs. In there for strike 1. Good pitch from Chapman right on the inside corner. Count even at 1. Chapman, here's the delivery. In the dirt for ball 2. The 2-1. In the dirt, ball 3, and that's going to get by Yale, and Chacon is going to score easy. 9-3 Husky lead now as that is a pass ball run. That'll move Rab over to third, Cohen over to second. Howard now the batter at the box as he's looking at a 3-1 count with 2 outs. The 3-1 from Chapman. In there for strike 2 as Howard thought he was going to be taking a walk. Full count now, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Here's the payoff pitch. Chopper right at Chapman's feet, and he's not going to find it in time, and that's going to score another run. As Howard with another infield hit. RBI to score Rab. 10-3 Huskies now. So it looks like we're going to get another change here. Chapman Day is done. We'll be back with a new pitcher on the mound for the Big Reds. 10-3 Huskies. We'll see you when the closer gets all warmed up. We'll see you in a little while. And we're back here, CPHS 6. New pitcher on for the Big Reds is Dallas Mitchell. Try and get the final out here, the 7th. Runners at the corners for the Huskies. Nice sidearm, but just missed the plate. Ball 1. Runners at the corners. Calling the runner at third. Howard the runner at second. Scahill, change up, gets out in front of it, 1-1. Scahill waits for that change up. That's going to drop right in front of Sanderson, and another run will score. This has now been a 5-run 7th inning for the Huskies. As I would safe to say this might be out of the reach of the Big Reds. That'll bring up Brandon Doan. Doan, really solid day today on the stat sheet. 1 for 2, 2 walks, a stolen base, and a run scored. Stellar day for Doan as he gets a hold of that one. Going to go into center field. Page calling for it. Has it. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So the Big Reds need to get some lightning strikes in their bats. They're down 8 going into the bottom of the 7th. I'm DJ Paul with CPHS 6. We'll see you in a minute. And we're back here at CPHS 6. Bottom of the 7th inning. Big Reds need 8 runs to tie and 9 to win. There's Brett Wagner, the center fielder, up right now for the Big Reds. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. I'm sorry, that's not Wagner, that's Dallas Mitchell. He'll go down on strikes. Anthony Dietrich, the pitcher now, in for the Huskies. It's his first pitch. In there for strike 1 to Brett Wagner. Wagner checked his swing, but it over the plate anyway, and very quickly down in the hole, 0-2. Tremble, his day is done. He only gave one hit up until the bottom of the 6th. Before that, he retired 15 straight batters. Hunter, nice play over to Chacon to first, and that'll get the second out. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Big Reds, and now they're down to their last out. And it's going to be Tony Flores. Flores singled and a run scored earlier. Here's the 1-0. In there for strike 1, so that'll even the count. Dietrich in to close it out. Here's the 1-1. In there for strike 2. Nice curveball. Came right out over the middle of the plate. Perfect pitch there. The 1-2. In the dirt. That'll even the count up. The story of the game today has been Husky hitting. It has come alive. They have put up double digits here. As that's right back to Dietrich, and he has a 1-2-3 inning to end the game. And the Huskies take this series 2-1. Tremble, he'll get the win. Fayette will get the loss. 11-3 your final score. I'm DJ Palm with CPHS Channel 6. That'll do it from us here. Final score once again, Huskies 11, Big Reds 3. We'll see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.